Okay, I would like to start with the first. I'm going to start by taking a sip of Powerade, or 3 large gulps. I don't know. I don't know why my brain works that way. Like where I don't realize that I'm thirsty until I think it's because in between recordings I'm not talking. Um, but while I'm talking, that's when like I notice that like my mouth is drying out. I don't know. But I'm a big dumb doo doo head. I reviewed the footage of that part where I picked up that ammo and I thought it disappeared. It apparently, I guess since my inventory was full, I guess the game has a system where if your inventory is full but you have the gun for the ammo that you're trying to pick up and there's room in the gun for the ammo, it'll pick it up straight into the gun, which is a neat feature. I just wish the game had told me. Which, if I hadn't been an idiot when I was scrolling through, I could have looked at the gun and saw that I had 4 bullets in it, but my brain didn't work that way. Alright, so... Um... This area... How do I want to scroll them out. What's that yellow? What does yellow mean? What does yellow mean? What does yellow mean? Oh, let me. Oh, yellow is a locked door that I need a key for, right? Yellow is the owl door. Yeah. Okay. If that's the case, I don't really think there's anything left that I can do on this floor. I mean, there's a lift, so if I loop around back to that lift, I could theoretically what's down here? Did I miss anything down here? Well, there's the lift too. But that, oh, I'd have to go back through all that. Let's try going through all this because the cleaning room should be empty because I killed the people in there. So I don't think there's actually many people in my way in this path. Oops, wrong way. Oh, so here's the thing. Where I am, ooh, I didn't see that last time. Where I am currently located is on a couch. Oh. Uh. Because I'm in a different room than the room I usually record in. Um, and I don't know if I mentioned this at all during the original recording sessions. Um, but I'm recording on a TV that is kind of older. It's still like a an HD like 1080 whatever TV. But it's not a smart TV, and it doesn't have image size functions. It might, but I do remember times in my life that there have been some TVs, like smart TVs usually don't have this problem because like they usually have like a lot more stuff in their menus, and sometimes they even have like phone apps that you can use as a remote. But I do recall times in the past where a TV would have some functions that could only be accessed through the remote. And if you didn't have the remote, then the buttons on the TV itself wouldn't suffice. Like, even if you could get into the menu, there weren't ways to change the options. And this TV doesn't have its original remote. It has a cheap universal remote. And the universal remote doesn't have a button for picture size. And so if you've ever like tried to hook up like a computer to like a HDTV, like this is an issue you might not notice on a game console unless like it's like a game you've already played or something. But basically the edges are cut off. And the interesting thing is, I think that when I upload this to YouTube, it won't be like that because it's recording on the PlayStation itself. So the TV wouldn't really affect it. But like, let me find a menu. All the menus are, yeah, all the menus are stuff that I wouldn't really be able to. Okay, you see at the bottom left, there's like a thing that's blinking. I can only see like this, like the edge of that. I can only see what looks like two lines, and if that is like something bigger, like a bigger symbol, then I don't know. Because I'd say the amount that's cut off, like if you look at how tall the back and default buttons are down there, like how thick they are, like not wide, but like how thick they are from top to bottom, that's roughly about how much room is cut off of the top, bottom, left, and right of my screen. Because the image isn't displaying properly, because this is an older TV that wasn't really designed to be used for stuff like that. And there also seem to be symbols at the top and right and left, but I can just see like a dot of it. So I don't know. Graphics. Display. Yeah. And the sad thing is the PS4 does have an option in the display settings to change the display area, but it says that some games may not be affected by this, and it so far I don't think I've played a single game that was actually that actually took into account the display setting that I set. I mean, luckily so far I haven't really played anything. Like I recently went back and played Jedi Fallen Order, and got the platinum on that. And I've played some other stuff, and luckily so far I haven't really played anything that it's been a problem. But like if I play something where like there's like a health bar at the like I'd say maybe Dark Souls might be a problem. I'd have to see an image of that game's UI to see how close to the top of the screen your health bar is, but in a Dark Souls game my health bar might be cut off. But yeah. Anyway. But the whole reason I brought that up was to say that I'm sitting on a couch, and it's not a very good couch. And that in between the cushions are like hard, like if you don't sit directly on a cushion, which I'm not because I'm sitting at the end and I'm turned so I can see the TV. Because the TV is like to the right of the couch, and I guess it's set up that way so that you can like lay at the other end and watch TV. So I'm sitting kind of like turned with like one of my legs like up on the couch, and the other like on the floor, and my butt cheek is right on the wooden little bar in between the cushions, and that wouldn't be so bad if it weren't for the fact that I've got a pimple on my ass, and it's like I'll like adjust to get it off of the wood, and then it somehow finds its way back onto the wood and presses down on it again. And I don't know how it keeps finding its way back onto the wooden bar. This was all information that you needed, and I will not be convinced otherwise. Huh? Uh. Uh. Is there more down? There's more down. There's B8. Wait, where am I now? I'm still in B8. Okay, so for some reason, I guess the it's like one of those excavators. Like that one is like when it gets under it, it's like looping around. Because when you do that, it goes up there. Okay, well, what? Okay, let's go back up. Let's how much ammo do I got? Yeah, there does seem to be some sort of mechanic that if you press the shoot button just as they're about to like attack you, it pushes them off. Like some kind of like parry push off mechanic. What's in here? Great. Well, let's go down here, because I remember, no, let's go, yeah, we're at the right spot, because I seem to recall that letter mentioning, that Mina is what I fought earlier. Replica Known Issues Part 3. Japan resides only. Previous experience with the replica models has given us insight into irregularities in their behavior that stem from the original neural patterns used for these units. Due to the sensitive nature of this information, the document should be destroyed after reading. Minner. This neural pattern is extremely stable. Little has to be done to keep Mina's happy. The one I met did not seem very happy. So, like, if little has to be done to keep them happy, then you really were dropping the fucking ball. They get along well with most other models thanks to their sometimes submissive, sometimes motherly. If anything, it was a top. Yeah. The one I met was definitely not a bottom. No. Unlike other models, diary keeping is not mandatory for persona stabilization. Small stuffed animals may be given as fetish objects, though those resembling cats should be avoided as they might cause resurfacing Gestalt memories. So if I gave her a stuffed animal, she'd have been like, okay, you go away now. I cuddle animal. Adler units work best when left alone. They do not mix well with others of their own type. They usually become very emotionally dependent on their commanders. Adlers are very susceptible to bioresonant suggestion, making them fairly easy to control. However, they become bored very easily. You may need a new fetish objects at regular intervals for stabilization. What the fuck's fetish object? What the fuck is like I know that the term fetish these days is like pretty much universally used in a sexual connotation, but I do know what a fetish is. I do know it's like a ritualistic object. Yeah. I don't know if there's anything else in this room to worry about, so I'm just gonna move on. Falky. She's got like all this fucking eyeshadow and shit on. For the high-tech virus convenient protector Furug's Commander. The head of each Aeon Facility Protector Force is a powerful prototype by a resonant Falk unit. An authority that may never be questioned, a Falk unit serves not just as commander to the Protectors, but as a nearly godlike being, a perception that is underlined by her tall build and resemblance to our nation's leaders, the Great Revolutionary and her daughter. Okay. It's also aided by her powerful prototype bioresonant module, which not only allows her to bend the will of weaker minds and fathom their intentions and emotions, but also grants her the ability to manipulate objects from a distance. So she's sexy Psycho Mantis. Okay, that's a little offensive. Psycho Mantis is already sexy. Hey, buddies! A heavy box fashioned to look like an owl. There are small holes at the top that look like a speaker or a microphone. No space to carry Repair Spray Plus. Cannot carry any more disposable rod. Falk's Diary. I don't know how much longer I can go on. I do not want to live anymore as what I have become. The red eye beyond the gate showed me, no, touched me, poisoned me. It feels like my mind has been contaminated, defiled by another person's memory. I'm no longer fully myself anymore, but I've not fully become someone else either. I'm stuck here between her and me, with half-formed dreams and recollections penetrating my brain and tainting my every action. Who is she? Who is that white-haired girl? I've been seeing a white-haired girl, too. Why do I long to see her again? Why would she curse me like this? I'm guessing what's happening is, I don't know exactly what the word gestalt means, but I know that in, Nier, it was kind of used to describe the androids, and the, not to, like, I know David's not going to play Nier. I've been trying to get him to play Nier for like a million fucking years. It's just not his kind of game, which is fine. Maybe I'll do a replay of the games someday, and you can watch me do it. But like, basically the androids were built to, or if I'm wrong and you do intend to someday play through Nier Replicant and Nier Automata. Which this bit of stuff is more for Nier Replicant, which was the first game that came out, and it was kind of like a cult hit, but not very popular. Nier Automata came out and was fucking amazing, best game ever, and then they went back and remastered the original Nier. And added a bunch of, like, not really added stuff, but, like, you know, tweaked the combat, and, because Platinum Games helped with, the second game, but I don't think they worked on the first game, but I do believe they did work on the remake. But anyway, in the original Nier, the Gestalts, I believe, I could be completely butchering this, and the Gestalts were named for something else, but I believe the Gestalts were the names of the androids that you discovered that you are in the game. Like, you discovered you and everyone else are all androids, and that basically you were designed to be receptacles for human souls after, like, all this shit. Look, the Nier games are... Here's how fucked the Nier games are. There's a game called Drakengard, And one of those games has like a non-canon joke ending. Like it's like just like imagine like the dog ending from Silent Hill 2. It's like a non-canon little bonus ending where one of the dragons gets transported to our world and then gets shot down by by the army and shit. And then the Nier games basically pick up from that joke ending. And like the whole thing is that like the dragon, like its corpse, like it caused this like sickness to spread and or some shit. But like that's all you need to know about how fucking weird the Nier games are. It's just imagine if there was a sequel to Silent Hill that was like you playing as like the dog, which would be awesome. It would be fucking awesome. Or like a sequel to like the UFO ending, and like the whole game took like place in like on a spaceship, like Silent Hill X. And like the Nier games are fucking. I've played both games, and I still like there's things about the plot that I don't quite understand. They go off the fucking rails. So whatever. I'm just gonna. But what I'm trying to say is that I think that what might be happening to her is like in that diary is that her memories, like memories of the person that her appearance was based on and her neural network was based on, are like resurfacing. But instead of recognizing that it's just memories resurfacing, I think she's like seeing it as like another person like haunting her dreams and shit. All right, I don't have room for that. You know what? Where'd you guys go? Yeah, there you are. There. I'll acknowledge that was a massive fucking waste, given that like this is only like obviously I'm gonna have to come back here when I get whatever I need to solve that, but that was definitely a waste because since those go back into their holes, I could just sprint through the room each time before they had a chance to do the thing. So I'm still not sure why there's two there, because there doesn't seem to be any objects that I could pick up. So I don't know why I would bother with them. Whatever. Now I need to try to remember where that gate was. I know it wasn't on this floor. There it is. It's on the next floor up. Do we... Okay, let's check around here. Because this floor, the reason I was excited to be on this floor is this floor should be where the flashlight module is. Veneta Heimat, home of the new nation's government. I heard the view of the gas giant's rings in the sky is beautiful from there. Wait a minute. No, you can't. That's not how gas giants work. You can't inhabit a gas giant. It's just, what are you, just floating around in the fart? What? That's not. Whatever. I don't care. Kitez, the Red Desert. Pure Fleet can only hold it for so long before it will be liberated. Veneta, the ocean world ravaged by war. When I close my eyes, I can hear the sound of the sea. Urufront. An array showing a rotating view of the current relative position. No, I wanted roof front. The ice moon circling the largest gas giant. Oh, still in the process of climaforming. Hi, Matt. Okay. Hi, Matt is a moon circling this gas giant. Lane S23 is here. S23 Surfskivsky, is that where we are? Alright. Okie dokie. I need the library key. Let's go down first. Let's see what's down. Fuck. Let's see what's to the right. Can't fucking go in. Alright, what do I got? What do I got? I got a shotgun with 1 bullet and a handgun with some bullets. Let's Oh, I hit both of them. I did not realize you could hit... I mean, obviously it makes sense. But I did not realize you could hit multiple people with a... Okay. You see that hummingbird? Is that hummingbird in the bottom left of the screen? If so, that will give you an idea of how much is being cut off, because the top, like, you see how its wings are made out of 3 lines? All I can see is the white part of the top 2 lines of its right wing, or I guess what would be its left wing since it's facing me. That's how much is cut off. So however much of, if that's what that is, since it looks very similar, then however much you're able to see in the video, that's tells you how much is cut off for me. Nah. I am fucked. I need to stun rod these people. Wait. It's getting back up! God damn it! It's been a long time since I saved. Oh, dear Lord in heaven, it's been a long time since I saved. Oh no. Oh no. Did I at least save after I did this puzzle? Yes, okay. Thank God on that. Oh wait, no, it hasn't been as long as I thought. It hasn't been as long as I thought. It hasn't been as long as I thought. Because I forgot that I came back up here at one point and saved it. forgot that. Okay. Alright, I can go to the, okay, I am here. I need to go down a level, and then I can use the thingy. No, I can't use that one because it's fucking blocked off. Wait, where's the... Oh, no, they're down here. Fuck. Okay, let's go down some more. Let's go down some more. It's fine. It unlocks from the other side. I apologize if you hear a dog barking. She's got some fleas, and I gave her some medicine for it, but they're still being buttholes. And what she'll do is she'll like just get her back up against the wall or something and just like scratch it like a fucking bear scratching its back on a fucking tree. And I don't know if it's hurting her or if it's pleasuring her, but she just, every now and then she'll go wow, wow. Jesus Christ, I didn't kill anyone! I didn't even check that door over there. Shit. Of course it... Yeah. Oh, not you. I need time for them to leave. No, I'm not here. I'm not here. I am not here. There you go. Okay, they should have... Well, that... In my defense, that stack of white shit, whatever the fuck it is, I thought those were just papers laying on the floor and that I could run over it. And when I ran into it and it started making me move upwards, I was like, why am I moving upwards? And it just funneled me right into her. Okay. Okay. It's okay. It's okay. You know, David, I had an idea. And I don't mind telling you this idea, because I know no one else is going to watch this. So, if it's something that you would... I don't know if you're still interested in the idea of making a game. I know you've still been messing around with Blender. And I know you wanted, like, me to help you with making a game. And I apologize that I wasn't much help. But like I said, the way I make games, at least when it came to the custom stories, is I would come up with concepts for scares and concepts for, like, trippy, weird moments that could happen. And I would build those first. And I would build the game around it, and I'd build the narrative around it. Like I'm sure there's like a lot of developers, they probably come up with like the story first when it comes to horror games and build the game around that. But like for me, it was more about like just like weird shit I could do and experimenting with what was possible. Like the thing is like I have pretty low self esteem, but one thing I will brag about and say I don't think I get a lot of credit for is that I probably pushed the Amnesia engine further than any other custom story creator ever did. And I know there was some custom stories that were like full conversion mods where like all the assets were like unique and like stuff, but like that I'm not discrediting that. I'm not like insulting that, but that's not necessarily pushing the engine. That's just, creating your own assets and creating like a new experience, which is fine, which is cool and everything. Um but like as far as like what the engine was capable of doing, like with some of those scares, like the fucking PT section and the way I made it loop and just like what I accomplished within the confines of the Amnesia engine, I think I've played a lot of custom stories, and I watched Markiplier play a lot of custom stories. I watched Storpy play a lot of custom stories, and I've watched you play a lot of custom stories. And I really think that I may be the person that pushed that engine further than anyone else ever did. Just as far as like like ignoring like quality, because that's subjective. Uh, um, like just as far as like what the game was capable of, just like the section where I had like the hallway rotate and like you could see the boxes falling as the hallway rotated. Um, I had to like make fake walls because the walls in the game there's different types of objects in the game, and there's like objects that can be moved and objects that can react to physics, but there's static objects that don't react to physics. And one interesting thing that I discovered is that the more objects you have that react to physics, the more of a strain it is on the system and the frame rate. Um, and that's why if you've ever played a custom story and like you saw an object like a box or something that usually you could pick up but you weren't able to interact with it, any interactable object, anything that you can move around, you have the option in the menu to set it as a static object so that it doesn't react to the physics engine. And I believe the reason they do that, the reason they let you do that, is so that you can go through. I found that like especially with some of the later levels where things got kind of crazy, um, I found that like the game was starting to lag a little when certain scenes were triggered, and that if I just went through the level and just took like a lot of little things, like a lot of like cups and just like a lot of little things that people usually pick up and throw around, and just like pick a lot of things and set it to static, that was less objects needing to be processed by the physics engine. Because even if an object isn't moving at all, it still takes up like space in the like the physics engine or whatever. Um, and it and but anyway, so that's that. Like I said, that coming up with like a story for a horror game or like a setting, like that's not really something I'm capable of doing right off rip. Um, I'm more capable of coming up with ideas and concepts for gameplay mechanics that would be interesting within a horror setting. And I came up with this concept that I think would be really fucking cool if a game did it. And it wouldn't necessarily have to be a horror game, but I think it would probably work best within a horror game. Have a game, like if you had a game where um, it maybe would work better in a horror game that had RPG elements like System Shock or something. But the idea is that you have the option of taking enemies head on, like killing them, or being stealthy. and trying to like sneak past them and just avoid confrontation. And then you would have like a stalker type enemy, like one of them like kind of unkillable, like like a xenomorph or Mr. X or whatever his name is, or Nemesis or something, like a stalker type enemy. Um, and then the idea that I have, and the game would have to like be built, um, like even if like this isn't something you'd ever mess with, it's just like a interesting idea to throw out. Um, there would come a point when where like the enemy become like the stalker enemy becomes vulnerable. Um, like through some kind of story shenanigans, like you maybe like break a magic seal, like if like I guess that would only work if the game had supernatural elements, which like a game like Resident Evil or something doesn't have supernatural elements. Uh, but like I guess in a Resident Evil type game, you could make it vulnerable by like finding some like chemical concoction, and there could be like a puzzle finding the ingredients and mixing it, and then like you get like you like there's a cutscene where it's coming at you and you manage to inject it, um, and that makes it vulnerable. But anyway, the idea I have is that basically when you get to the point where you have to fight it, it becomes stronger based on how many enemies in the game you've killed. Um, if it's a supernatural setting, the explanation could be that like um, the entities you fight are like an extension of the enemy, like the stalker enemy, and that like for each one you kill, that power returns back to him. And if it's like a non supernatural setting, it could be that like it could still be that like it's an extension, but it's like creatures that it gives birth to, or like that like it that like come off of it, like and or whatever. And that like it turns out that whenever you killed one, it's like it was like going around and like re getting its or maybe like it had like some kind of like telepathic control over all the monsters that you fought, um and that the more you killed, the less of a strain it had. Like that's the part where like as you can see, like what I said before is kind of like showing itself, where like I'm better at like coming up with like gameplay scenarios and then like trying to find a way within the story to justify it. So like the story justification is something that could be hashed out, but I just like this idea of like and I think that I think like subconsciously the idea is probably inspired by the sorrow from MGS3. But like just like this idea of like an entity, and it turns out that like if you took a pacifist route, like it like maybe it would work like within the story. It could work even better if like the entities you kill were like people being controlled or something, and so there was like moral ambiguity of if you should kill them, or trying to find a way to like sneak past them thinking like maybe they could be saved. um and like and then like there could be like a cool thing where like if it turns out that if you took a pacifist route and all the entities are still alive, then the stalker enemy is so weak that when you inject it, it just like, or when you do break the spell, whatever you do to make it like vulnerable, um it like just dies immediately because you took a pacifist route. So it's so weak from still having all those enemies out there that it's controlling. um I don't know. I just think that like if done correctly, and if like the story found a way to like justify it, that could be an interesting like twist. And it would even work from a gameplay perspective because like obviously because I remember like Deus Ex Human Revolution, when it came out, they did a patch later to fix this, but when it came out, it was really annoying because you could be completely stealthy through the whole game, but there were like I think 2 or 3 bosses that you had to fight head on, and if you had built your character to be like a sneaky hacker type that didn't really use many weapons, you were kind of fucked. And like there were like some like weapons laying around, like some grenades and stuff, but like you were really, you couldn't do much damage with them, and like you could, it was like really difficult to fight it. But like with something like this, like if you took a stealthy route and you kind of built your character to be stealthy and stuff, then it would, make sense that way. But then if you took a route that was more combat focused, then you would be prepared for the battle with the stalker enemy being stronger. And there could even be like an opposite end of the spectrum where if you killed every enemy in the game, then it takes like a extra form, like like games and like or enemies and like Resident Evil stuff, they tend to go through multiple forms. Like there's like a bonus form that you have to fight if you manage to kill every enemy because it has become that powerful from getting back all its power. I don't know, like that's just like an idea that like idea that popped in my head for like kind of like a gameplay twist. And I just wanted to throw it out there. Anyway, I really do want to. I'd love to get back to making games, cause like I don't think I ever told you this. I think I didn't say anything because I knew you'd be disappointed. But I may have told you at some point and broke the news to you. I can't remember. It's because, it's been years. But I actually did start working on another custom story. And I'm not going to say what it was going to be about. It wasn't related to Late Night Drink. It was going to be its own thing. I'm not going to say like what it was going to be about because I might, like, if I ever get back into game development, I might reuse the idea. But I did start working on another custom story. I didn't make much progress in it. I was only like in the early stages of like planning some stuff out. But that's around the time my computer died that first time. Because I know my computer died 3 times. The first time was like some weird hard, like it was like about a year after Anna passed, and I can't remember exactly what happened, but it was like updating or like something happened where the files got corrupted, so I had to do a fresh install, and I lost like all the stuff, and like an idiot I hadn't backed it up. But at that time I lost the stuff of the custom story I was messing with. And then around that time I just like I instead of like redoing that, I started throwing around the idea in my head of learning an engine like Unity or something, but I never really got around to doing that. But anyway, I need to go down one more. God damn it. Okay, this is where I died because I thought that white shit over there was what's this? Heimaters der Revolution. I wonder if there's like an achievement or something, or a trophy, if you look at all these posters. Yeah, see this, I thought it was like a, because there's a pile of the same shit right there. And so I looked at it and I thought that this was just more spilled of what that is. And when I ran into it and I couldn't get past it, I was like, what the fuck? Shit. Fuck. I thought this was... I was incorrect about where I was. Okay. That happened. Okay, whatever. What, you know, whatever. Whatever. Why did you run? Why did you do the runny runs that make the enemies be able to hear your feety feets? Just read that just in case it needs to. Don't need to fucking worry about that. Alright, wait, why is... Oh, because I have the maximum amount that I can carry. Okay. Fuck. No space. Okay. Well, I know that stuff is in there for when I come back. Or actually, combine with you, and then I can pick up you. Okay. I'm gonna read all these just in case there's anything for yeah. Okay, I think... Yeah, this is close to where I died. There we go. And I need the hummingbird key for that. And that door's locked. What's down here? Okay, yeah, another... Okay, and then it's, up here. Yeah, it's up here where I died because there's two enemies up here, and I knocked them down with the, Oh, yeah! Fucking double shotty to the rescue! That's pretty powerful if you manage to line them up like that. Alright. No space for the flashlight module. It's locked. Eagle key required. Adler. Integral part of area protector fungus commando. Fungus commando, that's what that word is. is the administrator unit. Single Adler unit can manage and oversee all administrative tasks for an entire facility, freeing other operational command units to focus on the direct control of protector units. The Adler is designed to work as a direct counterpart to the Falk unit, serving as her adjutant by taking care of necessary paperwork and calculations. So you're basically the other chick's secretary. Okay, cool. And that'll do it for this episode. We will fuck. I guess. You'd think there'd be a fucking save point around here somewhere. You know? You would think. Mine shaft. Okay, I got that unlocked. Yeah, I hear ya. I got time because I set it to 55 minutes. Shit. I have to go down and go all the way and go up the elevator to get to the fucking... Or no, I don't. 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 Because now that I got... Ooh, another one of those. Yeah, there's got to be like a trophy for looking at each one of those since each one's unique. Yay! Alright, I guess put you away for now. Okay, and then I guess we'll go down and we'll get the light thing, and we'll start exploring the dark rooms, but we'll also remember that I still need to go up to that door that needs the shutter handle, and I should do that sooner rather than later, just so that it's out of my inventory. But we'll do that next one. Thanks for watching.